Hey Meatball, why are you so happy all the dang time? Well, it's because he knows that time is on our hands. In fact, we have some important pennants forming as we speak. Yesterday, we covered that GME pattern. You can go take a look. Today, the Russell 1000 is rebalancing, and it is one of the craziest days of the stock market. No, don't take it from me. Take it from ex-Citadel whistleblower and trader Dave Lauer. He's been talking about it over here on the super stocks. There really isn't any kind of short covering requirement, but it is the craziest day, and we're currently watching the craziness of it. Ooh, look at that, right below 210, and that's where it has been stuck. So while that forms, we are going to pay attention to what is happening on AMC, the news that you need for this coming weekend and the next trading day, because this pennant is almost done. What exactly does a pennant look like? What exactly makes low volume a important part of the pennant? And how can you guys smash that like button so we hit up to 3,200 for the weekend and start off strong? Take a look at this. It's the first video right here. I'm backwards, so I can't tell where my finger is, of the silver play button. This is because you guys got us there, and if you guys want to comment out which like you are and what you reminisce about when you first subscribed to the channel, I would love to hear it, because we have some important raffle drawing winners to pick. In fact, the one that commented out something from the last video was Mr. JA. So right here I have my favorite comment of Scrub5 saying, just love the channel, just discovered you last night and instantly subbed. Thank you, my man. I want to say that that isn't the important part of the raffle. The important part is finding the Portnoy clip towards the end of the video and commenting about it, which Mr. JA has been randomly chosen. And they said they really laughed until they cried with Portnoy's reaction. He even had a Barstool post to shorten video to not show him any, not knowing what Gary Gensler was. So go ahead and email me at andrewmobusiness@gmail.com and make sure to stay until the end of this video to find out if there's another raffle for this specific video. So what is a pennant? Pennants are continuation patterns where a period of consolidation is followed by a breakout used in technical analysis. It's important to look at the volume in a pennant. The period of consolidation should have lower volume, and the breakouts should occur on higher volume. Okay, so AMC has a volume today of 76 million. In fact, on Fox News, when we saw Trey show up, they were specifically looking at how 300 million was the norm a few weeks ago, and then around the 80s, and now down to the 70s. So volume is decreasing exactly as planned. Let's talk about a previous pennant that did play out correctly. This one right here in yellow. This uses the same highs and lows of the current pennant that I have drawn in white as the 77.26 high and the 30s low, where we originally formed this pennant from an uptrend. That's what creates the pennant pattern. In fact, take a look at these potential pennant right here. The reason why this was a risky pennant was because a price action actually dipped below the pennant itself right as it was supposed to break out. In fact, let's trace the price action here. Something like that. At the day before the pennant was supposed to break out, the hedge funds or the paper handlers came in and dropped the price below the crucial 260% retracement of the January squeeze. From there, we saw a day of sideways trading after George W. brought up the potential of the stock back to exactly where we needed for the breakout to occur. So one day after the pennant formed, we saw a surge from $40 all the way up to 65. So that is that macro playing out exactly as planned. And now we are forming a new pennant as we speak. Let's trace the price action again. We have a single candle wick hitting here on top. So that's one touch point ever since the end of this yellow pennant, another touch point here, and then two more on top. one on the bottom, and just a few days ago in terms of trading, we had one touch point on the top. So yesterday I was expecting that we were going to drop all the way to $54 in order for the bottom of this pennant to be realized. It did not happen until today, where we evened out the very bottom of this pennant. So now we are facing a potential mega rip, explosive rip when we finish the pennant. Now, we don't have to wait until the 29th or the 30th. It can break out any point from there, this breakout level here. What is most important is whether or not this is currently this point on the map, right? Whether or not 54 is the last chance of breakout before we go skyward. Whether or not that's going to happen is innately tied to the Russell 1000 and the Russell 2000. So I'm going to be able to break that down for you. Just so you guys know, we already saw the Dave Lauer message of whether or not the Russell 1000, Russell 2000 is important for the price action and the volatility. It is incredibly important. We also have this DD that is talking about fish in the pond, right? So let's have the analogy of the Russell 1000 and the Russell 2000 be the difference between your brother going off to college, which is GME in this case, and now you get to inherit all of his cool toys, right? The GameStop is joining the Russell 1000, but AMC isn't. On June 17th, AMC stock had risen spectacularly since early May, but it did not make the cutoff, right? The cutoff here is May 7th. In order to move into the Russell 1000 index, an existing 2000 member would need to have a market cap of $7.3 billion that day, and AMC did not, right? GameStop had 11.2 billion market cap, and on May 7th, AMC was only at 4.3 billion, which did not make the cut. So AMC stays in the Russell 2000 despite having a market cap that is significantly larger. So it's like you have a growth spurt right after you didn't make the playoffs. Now you get to stay home with your bulging muscles. How big of the muscles are you actually going to have? Well, in the Russell 2000, because it's a bigger name, small cap managers have to pay attention to the stock. So the AMC is going to play a far bigger role. It is going to have its market cap currently around 28 billion, and the stock will be the largest member of the Russell 2000 after the rebalancing happening right now during the after hours of June 25th. I believe that's the day. The days are starting to slur together. Yes. The next largest name in the reconstituted index is OVV and has a market cap of only 8 billion. So you have nearly 4 times the size of the second place market cap. AMC is going to be a big player on campus, and we can't wait for what that means for index managers and other ETF looky-loos to pay attention to the bullish potential of these two stocks. So we don't do dates here, people who wanted to see predictions, right? At this point in time, you're most likely looking at AMC and GME as strong potentials to form their patterns. And if you haven't seen that GME pattern yet, go ahead and click the link in the description. I'm going to put it in the top so that you guys can take a look at that analysis just from 24 hours ago. Again, thank you guys for getting us all the way up to the 100,000 subscriber mark. A giveaway for this video is going to be, let me know if you guys can remember what is the original name of Meatball, the dog, Professor Meatball, before I adopted him so long ago, those fateful days. He's going to be turning 8 on August 8th this year, and I will go into the comments and pick out someone just like how I picked out J.A. for his very, very kind comment. All right, let's take a look at the Moon Platoon, Grillionaire, and Space Legend tiers, right? All of these people have taken a look in the description, have found the Patreon link or the join button, and have definitely gone and gotten 2 free stocks on Webull by pressing the link in the description and used that charting tool that I was using, or gotten a even more spectacular tool with Lux Algo and gotten 20% off with the Andrew Mo Money discount code. Thank you guys so much, and we have a full weekend ahead of us, so we'll see you bell to bell in the next live stream. Peace.